Hey, 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 what's up, everybody? Let's get some things set up here and wait for people to possibly come in and see me. Yeah, I think a lot of the people are still over in Nitro's live that he started up today. We will see if we get anybody over here to visit me and talk to me. Let's see here. All right. Getting some things set up here, and we will get ready to kick this bad boy off. See, we got looks like 4 people rolling in. I appreciate you guys coming in. How is everybody doing? All right. Hey, Alan, welcome in. All right. Well, how's everybody's Tuesday going? I imagine it's probably all you right now, Alan. I got just up above me up here, I have Nitro's stream still going on. I see that there's definitely maybe it's just going to be me and you today on a Taco Tuesday. Yes. Are you having tacos today, Alan? Let me see if I can. see what he's going to say. He is on a roll talking about donations on his channel. And he's got like 40 people in his live right now. And he's got a bunch of trolls going in there. They're attacking him. Well, oh, I got 7 people. What's up, Thompson? Welcome in. Just got done with work for the day and had to postpone my live. I was going to do it 30 minutes ago, but I still had some stuff to get accomplished. Got all that done, and I was able to get my live going. I know Nitro is still going strong over there. We'll see. Maybe he'll jump in here after his stream's done. I am going to open up the panel if anybody wants to come up and chit chat, talk about RCs, talk about anything in the world. We can talk. Let's see here. I forgot to put my banners. All right. Well, who else is all in the chat besides Thompson and Alan? It looks like I got the circle of death. My internet. Oh, no, we're still connected. Still good. All right. No worries, Alan. I ain't got much going on right now. You do what you got to do and get set up. My internet keeps locking up on me. Hopefully it doesn't. Maybe it's because I'm also streaming him up here. Found a baby squirrel today when cutting the grass. He didn't have his eyes open. Took him to the wildlife. Oh, wow. Wow. Hopefully they're able to nurse him and release him back in the wild. That's awesome. Baby squirrel. The only thing we find around here is baby scorpions and a lot of ants. That's what happens when we live in the desert. Desert sucks. It's hot. I'm sure Alan can complain about the heat royally because I make him work in the heat all the time. Oh, damn. So was he bleeding or anything, Thompson? Did he, you said you got run over. Did you hurt him or anything? You have a nice tan no one can beat, right? You're looking a little crispy burnt. I got the nice office tan going on. A nice office tan. Yeah. So Thompson, Alan is one of my mechanics that works for me at work. He actually made a good suggestion about the possibly a future live stream type thing of kind of holding a an open panel where somebody can actually come up on the panel and show us show us an RC that they're having an issue with, and we can walk them through it on what our suggestions would be to repair it and fix it. It might be something I might have to venture into. That's pretty good, especially if it comes around the ARMA line. I'm really good at the ARMAs. Oh, no, had a couple of marks on his stomach, but they said that was from being took. Oh, so maybe he was grabbed from his from his nest or something like that, huh? Probably a bird grabbed him from the nest and dropped him. Yeah, that sucks. I am probably going to have to pause that. Yeah, you figure with the community that we have, Thompson, the somebody's got to have the answer, right? Even if it's the simplest things that they don't even know what the RC is, they can bring it up and we could try to figure out what it is on the stream. Between anybody that's up on the panel with us, or even even the people in the chat could chime in and talk about it, like suggestions, like maybe not bash the type of RC that he has. Some people don't like certain brands, so when it comes down to it, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for suggestions or parts upgrades, or maybe the person doesn't even know how to take the RC apart. We can explain to them the first steps they need to do. Yeah, especially getting new people into the hobby. You're right. Yeah, if somebody that doesn't know how to do it, they can ask somebody that's been in the hobby for years. Not saying that I got every and all the answers. I don't. I go to the internet just like everybody else when it comes to trying to figure stuff out, and then just pass my knowledge along. You can't take credit for something you learned from somebody else. You always got to give them the credit too. So, not to mention, I might be able to get some of the bigger channels to, especially some of these bigger than me channels to come in that do a lot of work with different brands of RCs. Maybe we can get them up on a panel to talk to people about it too. It's a good idea. I think it's a way we should look at doing one, Thompson, that way. See how it goes. Maybe Derek will be our first person to come up on the panel with an issue with his RC. It's hard getting a hold of him nowadays. He's been so busy. He's working second shift, and he's in the mornings he gets up early and he's going and working on people's AC units. He started his own AC business, so he's doing that part-time. And then on his days off, he's doing the same thing. Hopefully he's going to be making some good money at it. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like my internet's doing better. My video isn't pausing over on the channel anymore, so that's good. Got that going on. I do plan on opening the panel up for everybody. If anybody's interested in jumping up on the panel with me and talking about RCs and whatever topic comes to mind, I'm down to pretty much anything. I have a lot of hobbies. Just RCs is the one that everybody knows about. Yeah. So Thompson, how's your studio coming along? I know you sent me some pictures a little while ago and of your new RC rack that you built, but how's the rest of the studio coming along? Well, we could play the RC parts guessing game. what part is this? Yeah. Let's see here. Who is still alive? That's wrong there. Still got a lot of people live today. Slowly trying to save some money up since. Oh, yeah, that's right. You had the issues with your car. You had to get. Yeah, that sucks. Know how it is. Well, I know if you were out closer to me, I had people that probably be able to help you with the car and getting it back up and running. But being that you live all the way out there in was it Ohio? I don't know anybody out in that neck of the woods. Not that it's a mechanic, but all right. Well, luckily, to get your studio up and running, you don't really need a lot. You know, you can do it off a laptop. That's how I used to do for the longest time, was just off of my laptop and a webcam. Matter of fact, that's what I still use today, is a webcam that's right here that you guys are viewing me on. I haven't invested in a good camera. I mean, I guess I could use my GoPros, but I really, I don't think I've ever used any of my GoPros before as a webcam. I've seen that Nitro Freak does it, and a couple other people are using their GoPros, or they're using some pretty fancy cameras. I work on cars. It's just one. Well, yeah, that's true. It's probably just at some point you got to let the dead horse die, right? Find something new. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Sometimes you got to let it die. I got this car I can send to you. I know. Bad joke. Sorry. Got a couple of Lego ones I built over there. Right there. I'm hiding them from my son. Yeah, my youngest son is addicted to them, and I got to. Those are my favorite ones that I built. I don't want him to destroy them yet. So at some point he'll get them. All right. Let's see what we got going on over here. Still has a lot of people in his. Got that Dell All-in-One, but that thing is so slow. I don't know if I could stream. Oh, well, it might be. It might be slow, but your internet connections would be your biggest thing. Making sure that it's connected, probably maybe hardwired to your modem might make it faster. I've seen people stream from older computers. My first laptop, oh, it's not in here. My first laptop before I got an Alienware that I started using once I got into high, editing and stuff like that. I ended up getting an Alienware. I went live on my old laptop quite a bit. My first 2 lives were on my old one, and it seemed to run pretty good. The Alienware, I didn't have any problems with it. I just had some processing power on the graphics card. That was my primary problem till I built this new computer. But I needed a desktop, something that I can upgrade over time. So now that I have that, I can upgrade bits and pieces of it. Matter of fact, Thompson, that's what I've been doing recently is, that one that I built, and I had a buddy of mine on my live stream, help me put it together because I hadn't built a computer in probably 10 years, 12 years maybe. Last computer I built was I think it was a 586. I think that's what it was, 586. And that was when I was my first couple of years in the Navy when I built that. We still had dial-up back then when I built that one. Or maybe it was a 686. I think I built the 586 back in 98. And then I think it was 99 that I built that 686. I never went Pentium. Those were all the Celeron chips. Alan, we're old. I remember the 8088 computer. I remember Commodore 64s, the original Apple computers that you had to put the big floppy drive into, to boot your game up, and then you get to play. Yeah, I remember all of that. I went through all of that. But Thompson, I've already built 2 computers for 2 of my kids, and getting pretty dang good at it. So if you need any ideas or help, let me know, and I can send you a whole breakdown of what I built for my kids. They're all building gaming computers, but what I built was a gaming computer, but I did it for the processing power and also the video card for high video editing, because I do, I'm using DaVinci Resolve to edit my videos, and it can take a lot. I know there's other video editing software out there that you can use, Premiere Pro and all of that. Pole position on the Commodore. Yeah. I remember the Atari. I remember when they came out with Atari 64. And then I remember when they released the Nintendo, the original Nintendo. And I was one of the ones that you had to blow in the cartridge and put it in because it got dusty. Or it wouldn't stay down, so you had to take another cartridge and stick on top of it to hold it down when you wanted to play. All right. Oh, Hot Rod, you're in the building. Welcome in, brother. Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate you coming in. Yep. I remember I wanted a computer so bad. All of my buddies, they all had these, the Commodore 64s, or they were running the IBM, the original IBMs, which I guess were probably the 186s, maybe is what they came out or what they had, because the 8088s were all in, those were all business computers and stuff like that, before, large processing calculators. And then you have, and I wanted one so bad when for Christmas, and I asked for one, and then my dad finally got me a computer for Christmas. He got me a Apple II clone. So it wasn't even an Apple. It was a clone put out by a company called Laser through Sears that ran everything that one of the Apple computers would do, but it was a clone of it. And so I got to play on that. And so all my friends all had Commodore 64s and IBM computers. And I was the only one of us that had an Apple. So I always had different games than what my friends could have. Oregon Trail. Yes, that was a riveting game. I still remember that. Actually, I want to say it was probably 10 years ago. They came out with another version of Oregon's Trail on basically revamped the original so you could actually play it on your computer, and the graphics were just a tad bit better, but it was still kind of the same question and answer. Kind of like, what was it? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Kind of the same aspect of that. They started bringing that back too. Sega Genesis. Yeah, I remember going through all that era. You know, it was the battle between what was it? Was it PlayStation and what was the other one that was battling? PlayStation and Nintendo at the time. They were battling back and forth, and pretty much the graphics, especially when they crossed over into the CD realm and started using CDs as their game, you know, for games and stuff like that. You know, I think that's where they kind of surpassed Nintendo. And Nintendo, you know, when I think they finally came out and left the cartridge world for a while, didn't they? I think they went. Oh no, they went to a smaller cartridge. That's what it was. They went to the little cartridge that just stuck in the top of. Was it the Cube? The Cube is when they went to the DVDs, right? That Nintendo. Or was it Sega Cube? I don't remember. Yeah, Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah, that was their original battle. All right, I think I'm back. I made it. All right, for some reason, my StreamYard locked up and kicked me out, but apparently it was still on because as soon as I brought it back in. Yeah, all right. Yeah, but anyways, if anybody's interested in coming up on the panel, the link's up at the top. I believe that should work to bring you into the StreamYard. Anybody's interested in jumping up. I mean, Thompson, if you got audio on the computer you can always just try the audio thing and see how that works. I'm good with that if you want to try that, or doesn't matter. I know Alan's computer does not have camera or audio. He's running almost like a Super Whammadime server for his, so he doesn't have those options yet. Yeah. Well, we'll see, Alan. I'll look around and see if I can find my other mic that I have, and maybe I'll hook you up with a mic so you can have a mic for your computer. I know in one of my boxes buried in my back corner over here, I think I have another. Oh, you already ordered one from Amazon? Yeah. Yeah. All right. But yeah, so the only thing I don't have, I guess when it comes to building the computers, that I'm probably not the person for it, is if you're wanting the water cooling. You know, Alan in the chat, he would be the guy to ask if you had questions on water cooling, or if I had to put water cooling into mine. I mean, there is water cooling in mine. My CPU has one of the CPU water coolers with the fan, with the water cool block, and it's got the radiator and the fan in it, but it's a sealed unit. That's all that was. It was plug and play. But when it comes to putting the actual coolant pipes through and hooking up all of the gaming cards and everything running off of a closed loop system, yeah, that's not my cup of tea right now. Not saying that it won't be. I'm going to figure it out, because that's just me. I want to know it, and I will probably figure it out. But I'm just not ready to risk it on my computer yet. I don't want to have to spend all the money to replace what I break. But yeah, I've got 2 other computers in the works. My son that's in Poland, we're putting together the list of computer parts for his to start building his, and then my other second oldest son, Landon's computer is half in boxes over here. I've already got some of the parts ordered, but he's ordering all this stuff himself and bringing it over and piling it up. And let's see here. When I wanted something, I can edit, and I'm trying to do it all. Oh, so you're doing it all on your phone? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I tried doing that. I have now some of my YouTube shorts that I've done that editing on my phone with an app that I downloaded onto my Samsung phone. I've done editing for the shorts on there, but I found out I got better quality of editing when I do it through DaVinci Resolve, and I set it up to, for a YouTube short, and then edit it all in there. And then I download it to my computer or download it to my phone. And then when you do that, I have to run it through its own, through another video or an editing software on my phone to save it to my phone better in that quality. Because for some reason, no matter what I do through DaVinci Resolve, no matter what I export it at, my YouTube doesn't recognize it as uploading it from my phone. If I upload it directly from my computer to YouTube, it works perfectly fine. Somehow going to my phone, it does not like it. But I want to do it through my phone because when you do it, you can add the music in the background through the YouTube Shorts in the app. From the computer, it doesn't really give you very good options on that. Yeah, I agree with you, Hot Rod. Doing editing on your phone, fat fingers. I agree. Yeah, let's see. I use UCut on your phone. Oh, okay. I had the free version of DaVinci Resolve for the longest time, and I had no issues with it. But there was some, I want to say probably like a handful of transitions that I wanted to use, but you had to get the paid version of it. And so I ended up saving up and buying the full version of DaVinci Resolve. And then I also got, it's right here. I have to disconnect it to bring it over here. Hold on. I also got a loop deck for editing. That made it a lot easier for when you're sitting here and you needed to move slower through a clip or get faster through it. Definitely it was quicker. And this was a lot cheaper than buying the keyboard that DaVinci Resolve wanted you to buy. The keyboard from DaVinci Resolve that for their editing was super expensive, and you can only use it on DaVinci Resolve. Like this thing, I can use it anywhere. I mean, I could set this up for streams and have it sitting over on the side here, and I could do my transitions and everything. I know I was able to use it with OBS. I haven't really tried seeing what I could do for shortcuts for StreamYard yet. I haven't figured that out yet, but I primarily use this for video editing. And sometimes if I'm working in Excel or Microsoft Access, I have the templates downloaded for it that I use. It makes it a little bit quicker. Haven't used it on any of my PowerPoints I've designed, but I know there's all kinds of stuff you can download from their website for that loop deck. Yeah, this is... Yeah, the Loop Deck CT. So that's the bigger one that they have. They have the little smaller one, which is like about that big. That is just basically these key panel up here. I think that's more for streaming, like what we're doing right now, and being able to transition between things. But I didn't really need the smaller one. I wanted it for this little dial. That's my audio. Oh, my audio seems to be good. There, yeah, I got my stream over here, and then I got Nitros right above me, up on my panel. The microphone that I'm using, Thompson, it's the, let's see if I can bring it here. It's the Yeti Blue. That's the one I got. It sets right on the edge of my desk over here. Eventually, I'm going to get it on a boom that comes out over the top of me so I can clear off portions of my desk. And then I'm lazy. I use a trackball. I don't like moving my hand around. And then I think my webcam is a cheap one. I think they're like $40 on Amazon, but they're just a cheap 1080p webcam. They claim that it can do 4K, but it doesn't. Every time I try to put it in it, nothing really recognizes it. Not to mention the StreamYard that I'm using is I'm only good in up to 1080p. So 1080p webcam is fine. I have multiple webcams. I just don't have them installed yet. Thompson, you should remember I had the one, my overlooking cam that looked down. I haven't got that installed in the new studio yet to look down. I have it actually mounted on a tripod underneath my desk here. And whenever I need it, I set it up here and bring it up, because still trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to organize all of this up above me and get that done. All my concentration on was building that nice little RC rack right there. I got that done and stained, and then I got lazy and decided that I was going to sit in front of my desk and watch people for a while. Did rearrange everything, because originally my desk was completely up against the wall here, but I didn't have use of this desk space when I was working. So I took the desk and I kind of got it almost at a, I don't know, it's not quite a 45-degree angle into the corner. So it creates a pocket in the back that I was able to put a TV tray, and I can set my camera and my light that's up here on it that's facing this way. And I was able to get my desk space right here. Yeah, so I have a white light with a gray filter on it that's right here. And then this side, you can kind of see it's more bluish light. I have a bluish light from the side, kind of lights up the desk. Normally, when I'm recording for video, I do have my ceiling fan light on, and the ceiling fan's going up here. I'll usually turn that light off, so it gets a little bit more darker here, and the desk is more lit up for when I'm doing that. But my project from my last live is sitting over here, almost put together. This was the Losi Muggy. I got everything all put back together on that. I still got to mount the chassis brace for the towers, or the tower brace. I got to get that mounted back up. And then I need to fix the ESC box over here that sets next to the ESC for putting the receiver in. I've got to fix that and get a better box mounted in there for my son, and then that'll be all ready to go. And then I think I'm actually going to do a video running it outside, and then I'll clean it up, and then it's going to go on the shelf up here until my son gets back from Poland. And then I'm going to start on the next Muggy up here. on putting that together so I can drop a nitro engine in it. Well, I appreciate everybody coming in. Looks like we still got 7 people strong in the chat. That's good. The like Hot Rod, I average in my chat anywhere between like 7 to 10. So I don't really have like a big group that comes in. Usually when Nitro comes in, usually there's 2 or 3 others that come in. Thompson's been with me since I almost started my channel, probably 2 years ago. Thompson's been visiting my channel and when it came into a couple of my lives that I did back in the day. And, primarily we just message back and forth between videos and, me watching some of his videos. And, we met through, I guess, a mutual friend of ours, Derek from Derek's AZRC. Really good guy, wears his heart on his sleeve and bends over backwards to help anybody that he's got. He's a really great guy. Hopefully he'll get a better schedule coming up here. And once he gets a better schedule, we'll start seeing him more on YouTube. And then between me and Thompson, we'll probably be dragging him into all of our streams with us. And I didn't even know how much Thompson was out there in the RC community and going to all these different lives until I was just, and it was a fluke. I was sitting in my office at work in between meetings, and I got an alert on my phone and realized that it was on YouTube. I was like, oh, and I went through and looked at it, and Thompson had sent me the link and said that that this guy Nitro Freak was going live. And so I was like, oh. So I clicked on it and came in, and I caught the tail end of his live, and I thought that was kind of cool. And then I went back and watched the entire live stream that he did the night before, and I was hooked on Nitro Freak's channel. I was like, oh my gosh, because he was talking about how he gets it done on YouTube and how he does and talks about the YouTube analytics. And that's when ever since then I've watched every single one of his videos. But his community that he's created and everybody that supports him in YouTube and going to all their different streams, every single one of those streams that he goes to, Thompson's there. Yeah, every single one. And it's just, I could not believe how much Thompson gets. Don't take offense, Thompson, but you get around. Yeah. He gets around to all these different channels, and I've actually visited channels or topic channels that I normally wouldn't go. Like I don't think I would have ever went into Brooklyn Chick's channel and hung out in there, but I do, and it was actually very interesting to be in there and what everybody was talking about. Did not know she was interested in Hot Wheels cars. That's cool. I've been into Hannah's channel. I've been into Miss Chabs's channel. I've been on your live that you did from the Airbnb when you were out there visiting Nitro. Jeremy T, I don't think I've seen him do a live yet. I guess maybe we need to hound him about getting his budding gear and start doing some live streaming. He gets around. It's all good. Oh, Hot Rod. Yeah. See what? And then I started going to Poker Rossi's streams and now UK streams. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with just these. I can't imagine Nitro and what he has to keep up with all of the streamings that he does. I cannot imagine keeping up with everybody's streams. And then still do a 5 to 16-hour live stream is crazy. Let's see here. Yeah. Nope, he's just able to do a live. He's not able to do one. Well, I guess we just have to keep giving him crap about it. That's all I got to say. Till he does one, so we can all jump in his live. Yeah. So how's your chassis swap going on that was it your Outlaw that I heard that Nitro was saying that you were swapping out the third gen chassis or a V3 chassis? Halfway done? All right. I'd imagine it's going to take a little bit. That's a lot. That's a huge RC to rip everything off of and then put, then you got to put all that crap back on it. And hopefully, you're not missing any pieces. I have done that first couple of times on working on one of my Armas and found out that I missed a very important piece and had to take it all back apart just to put that piece in. That's what happens when you get too far ahead of yourself. So kudos to you for taking the time to do it right. That's awesome. Can't wait to see a video of it running. So you watch RC84 Films Tuesday night at 9, Tanks RC Thursday night, Kurt's RC Sunday night, and Operation 11 Charlie when they go live on Mondays. Yeah, I've been trying to. I jump into that Operation 11 Charlie quite regularly and watch their streams. Sometimes it's rough that I got so much other stuff going on, and I didn't get on it last night because Nitro was on, so I missed out on getting into that or seeing that live. But I go back and actually rewatch their lives. I watched, at least when they go live, I try to rewatch their live before the next Monday. The Kurt's RC, I don't think I've seen that channel before. I know of Tanks RC. I am subscribed to them. Let's see here. Kurt's RC. So Thompson, his live's pretty good. Oh yeah, it looks like he does a big, almost like panel chatting on Sunday nights, huh? All right. Well, I will give him a follow, and we will see. We'll see. Maybe you'll see me in the chat on Sunday. Thanks, RC. I don't think I've ever caught one of his lives. Actually, Tanks RC, I am not. It's the Tanks RC, right, Thompson? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I am subscribed to his channel. I just, for some reason, typed in tanks instead of the tanks. And I was like, I'm not surprised. I forgot the. Yeah. And RC84, I don't think I know about them. They go live tonight. What time do they? Oh, he doesn't have it up on his channel. Let's see. 9 Eastern, so we still got a couple hours. Yeah. All right. Well, I might jump into that chat with you tonight for a little while. We'll see that. I've not checked out that channel. I just subscribed to that one too, so we'll see how that one goes. Oh yeah, Sergeant J on Wednesday nights. Yep. There most of the time I do listen to his channel, but I really don't participate too much in the chat because I've got so much other things going on Wednesday. I'm just kind of in the background on his. Yeah. All right. Let's see where we're sitting at here. Been going for almost an hour now. I'm still got 7 people in the chat. I guess I'm doing good. Your printer working? What's wrong with your printer? You just trying to print something out, or you trying to your 3D printer? The which one is it, Alan? Is it the 3D printer that I gave you or I sold you, or is it your monstrosity custom built one? No idea. I have an HOA thing I need to print. And you're talking about your regular printer. Why is my video logging up? Why is my video quality sucks? Hey, Thompson, how's my video on your end? Is the quality okay? Oh, yeah. For some reason I was set in 144p on my video over here when I was watching it. I was like, it was all fuzzy. Why is it so fuzzy? You're about to hang up the hat and call it dead? I have to look. I might have an extra printer in the garage I can bring you that you could take home. I don't need it. If I remember, I'll grab it in the morning and bring it to you. All right. Let's see. Nitro still going strong over on his channel? Oh yeah, he is. That boy can talk. Get him, Nitro. He's got a lot to say, especially when all them trolls are coming in there. You're going to Office Space your printer. That's funny. That is funny. Get her done. All right. Yeah, they are going to make, they're making old Fraudwell jealous over there, it looks like. Nitro's making a killing. All right. So, any topics you guys want to talk about? What's your next big project, Thompson? Besides the car and getting the car fixed up. You got any projects in the work? Oh, thanks, Hot Rod. Thanks for posting it. You're awesome. Yeah. Do you speak American? The hell? Sounds like I'm missing a good conversation over there in Nitro's channel. Homeboy RC just asked if he speaks American. You got a 2006 CRV, sent the other one to the scrapyard. Oh, yeah, that's your project? Oh. All right. How's the engine on that? Has it got a lot of mileage on that CRV? Well, I mean, it's a Honda. I'm sure it's going to last a while. Well, Alan, maybe what's wrong with it? The CRV. No, the CRV is I don't think is the one he has a problem with, Alan. He just picked up the CRV. He had a Thompson, what was the other one you had that you scrapped? Oh, 1,500 or no, 150,000 miles. Not bad. Not bad. You'll get some life out of it, especially since you know what you're doing when you're working on it. Yeah. Oh, no. Geo Prism. Oh my gosh. I had one of those. I bought it brand new back in 1996. So they just released the 1997. Was it the Geo? It was the sedan one that they had. That basically was their little hatchbacks, which is probably the Prism you're talking about, but it was a hatchback. And I had it for 2.5 months, and I wrecked it, crushed it like a tin can, hitting a 1985 Cutlass. I rear-ended it on the freeway. Yep, in 1996. It was in January of 1997 that I rear-ended it, and I picked it up, and I think it was like October, because I think I got it for my birthday in October. I went and bought it brand new. Worst decision I ever made, because then I still owed a lot of money on it, and my insurance didn't have gap insurance. Gap insurance wasn't thought of back then, I don't think. Yep. But the 97 Geo Prism, oh my gosh. You're bringing back the old school days there. Yeah. Yeah, the Honda CRV, I think, is going to do a lot better for you. All right, you're giving him crap for not having his glasses on. That's awesome. He's got the hat on backwards. He needs those glasses. Where's the rhinestone glasses? Oh, the transmission gave out in it? Yeah, and you're not going to be able to find those things. You had better luck looking at the Hot Wheels collections to find a transmission for that Geo Prism. Or going to Goodwill and looking for a Tonka toy. Oh. Yeah. Right. Oh, Marines and Army Mom going off. Pick a cheek. Pick a cheek. Oh, Nitro just put his glasses on, his rhinestone glasses. But he doesn't have the hat on backwards. How is he going to get it done without the hat on backwards? Oh, my God. Yeah, that is hilarious. I love it when she says kiss. Yeah, I do too, Thompson. I do too. And pick a cheek. I like it when she says that too. And pick a cheek. You're right, Hot Rod. She is a straight shooter. And she does not hold back. Yep. Yeah. Does it depend on the states? Yep, she has spunk. Nate in the chat. Well, Alan, did you get your printer to work, or are you going to just chisel it out with a hammer and on a sheet of slate? Your HOA. All right. Don't know what anybody wants to talk about. Well, welcome in, Raymond. Thanks for stopping by and checking me out. Atomic RC. Don't think I know your channel. Let's check you out real quick. Oh, so you're doing some crawling? That's pretty cool. You got a couple of videos up. Is that it's an SEX 10.3 that you got there that I see? You haven't done anything on it recently. It's a pretty cool looking trail rig you got there. Building the tires, rims with anti-foams. Oh, sweet. All right. Well, I subbed to your channel. I'll be watching. I'd like to see what you do with that build. All right. Yeah, I like the SEX 10.3 platform. I'm not really too big on that transmission. I like the Basecamp transmission better, just because I don't really care about having the locking rear end or even having the second speed. I like just a regular straight transmission. It's a trail truck, or you're going to use it as a crawler either way. Ruptures. Sweet. What kind of upgrades you got underneath the hood on that bad boy? You running stock electronics in there, or do you upgrade your electronics? Well, welcome into all the new people coming in. I see I've got a couple of more coming into the channel. Don't forget to say hi, and so I know who you are. Oh, you're running the Fusion. So that's the Spectrum one. That's the one where it's got the ESC and motor combination in it. How are you liking that? I've not run any of those styles that are, or Quick Run. Actually, that's probably not the Spectrum. That's your Hobbywing, right? Hobbywing. Oh, you converted it to the straight axle? So do you keep the original transmission in it, or did you upgrade the transmission from the standard SCX 10.3 transmission? I actually bought one of the I think it's from Bauhaus RC. It's a conversion that you can actually put into the SCX 10.3 platform on the chassis, that you can actually mount an Element RC transmission. You can actually mount that in there. I haven't done that yet, but I got 2 Element RCs that I'm not using, and I have look on the screen. That right there is a SCX 10.3 that I built. Basically, it came as a Gladiator chassis that I ordered, just a roller off of of eBay, and won it on eBay. And then I changed out the chassis in it to the JLU chassis to shorten it, because I didn't want the Gladiator length. And I built that for like $300 with buying it used as a roller, rebuilt everything. It does have portals on it. And that is because this is my base camp, the blue one. And my wife liked it so much, she wanted the portal axles, and so I built that one for her. And then for Christmas, she got this one, which she wanted a base camp, so I got her a base camp. And then I made that my daughter's. Oh, so you're still running the OEM transmission? Yep. The only thing I don't like about it, and maybe I don't really mind not having it. I've got it locked out to where it's stuck in first gear, and I don't, I have it locked out for being able to switch between locking the rear end and all that stuff. I have it all, I got it zip tied in place right now for that, because I didn't buy the locking mechanism. Haven't really had any issues with it. The only thing I don't like is the sound. It makes a clicking sound, and I went through it, pulled it apart, made sure that I watched a couple of YouTube videos, and they said you can pull that, make sure your gear in there is put the right way. And I flipped it, and it still does the same thing, where it's got this clicking sound as you go along. So I don't know, maybe that's the only reason why. Maybe if I take it completely apart again, now that I've got a little bit more experience with it and put it together, maybe I can get it to go away, but I just don't like the sound of it. I don't have those problems with my base camps. Those things I've ran them through water and pulled them apart. I didn't change out the bearings, because I replace all the bearings in mine with good sealed bearings, and never had any issues with it. I run that thing through water and it gets louder. Then I got to pull it apart and end up having to replace the bearings. And I don't know. Don't really like the 2 speeds either. Yeah, I know. And Vanquish came out with those too, and I don't know why. The guy that designs them, or is, been with the company forever, Harley Designs, Josh, I don't know why he builds them. He doesn't even like 2-speed transmissions. So, but I guess people want them. They want the 2-speed. They want to be able to lock the rear end, that locking diff or whatever it is. But I just don't really see, nobody likes to do that, to pull that front end around. And you can't use them in comps anyways. So I don't know. My Elements, I love them. but I primarily like the transmission. I wish that that they had options to go with portals. I'm more of a portal guy. I know you changed yours over to run straight axles, but I do. I have an SCX 10.2 right there, and then that is my the Vanquish Phoenix, my son's, and then these two right there are my two Elements, and those two and that one are straight axles, and then these 5 right here are all portals. That's the Vanquish, which has got it's the portal axle kit one. So the I think my next crawler that I want to get is probably going to be based off of the Axial SCX 10 Pro. I think I'd like to break into that level. I don't know if I want to buy the kit or if I want to try to build it from scratch and build my, I'd like to build a comp rig, I guess, and try that out. We do some comping here in Arizona. They do run some comping events, but I've never actually went to any of them. But I just don't know if I want to try the hand of taking my base camp out there to do it. If you go check out some of my videos on my base camp, the SCX 10.3 that I built is also up on the channel. There's a whole video series on that being built. And actually, all of these crawlers are all on the channel. Primarily, the 3 base camps are the same, except for this gray one is not running brushless electronics. It is running the Hobbywing 1080 ESC, and it's running a Holmes Hobby. I believe it's a 21 turn Holmes Hobbies expert motor in it. So it's the bluish one that he makes, but it's running that in there for my son. Really speed wise, the brushless motor, you get a little bit more speed out of it. You get a little bit more pickup and kick. But my son does everything and climbs everything we do with this, with a brush system in it. And on top of that, he's 9 years old and he does it. So yeah, I have one of each of the base camps. What's your favorite servo there, Raymond, for your crawler? You running stock servos or did you upgrade? You just remember you need to print those prototype tires. I that you the anti-foams, but I do like that Ninja Flex material that we found on how that looks. But yeah, you need to print me a good set so I can try them out in one of my SCX 24s up here. Not to mention, Alan, we need to get back into. It's there on the camera if I can see it. We need to get back into getting figuring out those tires that you wanted to try to build for the streetcar. 3BR. Oh, I've heard of them. So you're running the 13 Pro. Is that one of the Outrunner style? I'd have to look them up, but I believe that that's an Outrunner. The Three Brothers, huh? Oh, the 13 Pro. That's the. Oh yeah, that's nice. So how's the performance on that servo? For some reason, I thought that you were talking about a motor, but that's not it. You're running the Fusion. The yeah, most of all the servos that I'm running, most of all of them are all Reefs RC servos. I have a couple of MKSs, which used to follow that Scale RC show, and they were talking about the MKS servos, and I jumped on the train and got a couple of them. They're okay, but they are noisy. They were really noisy. I still have both of them. One of them is actually in my son's Basher. It is the blue one right here is running one of the MKS servos. I moved it over there, and the other one is in my son's base camp. The gray one is the MKS. Everything else, I mean, I'm running a lot of the hobby wings. Most of my bashers are all running the raw 500. I am running a raw 500 in the base camp up here. No, not the base camp. The SCX 10.3 build, and then both the blue one and the green one is running the 777 direct powered servos. Yeah, I corrected myself, Raymond. I brought it up and realized you were talking about a servo because I asked you what your favorite servo was, and I brought it up on the screen over here, and it looks pretty good. But I'd be interested on your thoughts after running it for a while. That would be pretty cool. You should do a after a season, your thoughts on running that servo. That would be interesting. I'd watch it and share it out. Yeah, from what I've read on it and I've seen, it's a super strong servo, and and it is direct powered. I've only got 2 direct powered ones in my blue and my green base camp, and those are both the Reefs 777s. Those are probably my 2 strongest servos. Now, if you talk about this guy down here, that's a Basher though, but that is also running a very big direct powered servo, and that is the that Reefs 2000. It's a big fifth scale servo. Way too much servo for an electric one. I think we'll see. I'll probably end up pulling that one out and putting something else in it, using that one in one of my my bigger gas powered ones once I get one. Oh, welcome in, Jim's Hobby. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you coming into the stream. right. Let's see here. Still rocking 8 people in the chat. That's good. It's good for my channel. I'm happy to be setting, more than me just talking with myself, So Jim's Hobby, what's your favorite RC out of your collection you got? My bench is way too clean. That's because everything is pushed this way. My project car over here, all my tools are still setting out on my desk over here. I haven't even put them away, but I usually try to keep this area clean and move it and push everything. My desk is, 6 feet long. I just push everything that way. Not to mention, this is my studio, and I have everything else in my garage. So, and thank you for subbing. I hope you enjoy the channel. I actually brought your channel up over here for when you dropped in on the stream, and I have subbed to your channel. We'll check them out. See, you got a lot of the same things that I'm doing. I'm interested in looking at your Class 3 that you built. You built that. You got the Rock Pirates Interceptor chassis on that Capra. That looks pretty cool. I will definitely be checking that one out. Do you have a build video on that one, or just some shorts on it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will definitely check out some of your videos. You got some pretty good ones on there. Cool. Oh, and your anti-foams. What anti-foams are you running in those tires? You're running ruptures. So out of my 70 plus, it's so hard to choose. I really like my VS. Yeah, I'm actually super jealous of my son's crawler. So yeah, this is my son's. It's not the Pro. This is the Phoenix, but he's 15 years old and he built this all by himself, and I was really proud of him. The only thing I had to do was just go through it and help him wire up the electronics. See, I just got in from running my OG Blackfoot, rebuilt the diff with my MIP ball diff. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been jealous of this. It's definitely a well manufactured crawler. I think eventually I'm going to get me one. I don't know if I'm going to go with the Phoenix though, but we'll see. I guess the Phoenix is really only going to be what we're going to have left because they're getting rid of all the other types of Vanquishes. So we'll see what they'll come out with next. Yeah, I don't have an OG. I have a lunchbox. This is all I have from Tamiya. It's my first one that I built. It is built completely stock, and I am running pretty much everything that came in it, except for, it didn't come with the servos. So I got one of those Chinese knockoffs 25 kg servos in there. I did do the bearing kit on it, so you can see it spins pretty quick and easy. But yeah, it is completely stock, and eventually I'm going to do some upgrading to it, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is change out the shocks. No build video. I just threw it together in a few. There are so many Rock Pirate build. Yeah, there is a lot of Rock Pirate build videos on them. Now, is that you took a Capra and then so you did what they call that? I don't know what they call that, when they take a Capra and put a chassis on it, the Chupacabra or something like that is what they call it. Chupacabra. I think that's what they call them. And that's what you did? Yeah. It's my lunchbox. I still need to do a run video on this guy. I have not taken it out. I drove it around the house for a little bit just to try it out, made sure everything worked on it. It ran pretty good. But definitely got to get a run video on it. Let's see, what do we got here? Mine is 14, and we do comps, drag racing, and recent speed runs. Sweet. All right. Well, I'm going to try doing this for maybe another 20 minutes, and then we'll see. That'll bring me to my 2-hour point. I'm setting it about an hour and 40 minutes in. I'm trying to push to get to 2. And we'll see. We got 11 people in the chat now, so we're rolling. What does it say? It says, I have 2 Phoenix straight axle and the new Falcon portals, then a Rock Pirates BS410 build. Love the color on the lunchbox. Hey, thanks. Took me a little bit to figure out what I was going to do with the coloring on that, because it's not like a normal Lexan body. So I had to think completely different. I had to paint it from the the outside in. So and normally you do it from the inside out. So it was definitely that's just basically some Rust-Oleum. It's like a dark blue, and then I put lame flakes over the top of that, and then I dusted it in a little bit of gold, and then covered it with a just kind of like a clear flat clear spray from Rust-Oleum, and that was it. Yeah, so you're definitely addicted to the Phoenixes if you got that many of them. You got 2 of them, huh? Well, technically 3 of them, but you got one of them that's converted to the Rock Pirates one. Yeah, I have to keep all of my RCs in this room, so I have to make sure that I got room. I still have 2 more spots up there for crawlers, and I have technically 2 spots for bashers up here, but those 2 spots are actually filled. One of them is my son's nitro muggy, and then the other one is the one that's sitting over here. That is for my son, which they're going to be taking up space there for about 9 months while he's deployed. When he comes back, then I'll ship those out to him, and we'll get room for some additional bashers up there. And then I have all my 24 scales all up here, which there's 11 of them. And then I also have one of the TRX 4M Defenders also. So pretty sure that I have 60-second delay on your chat. So my comments will be behind a lot. That's all right. No worries. No worries. And thanks for hitting that thumbs up. See, we got 11 people still in the chat. We're going strong. Yeah, I think, you know, I've done building the kits. I built the Element and Enduro kit down here. That was their version 2 kit. I did that one, and I built that one there. That's the Axial SCX10 2 builders kit. Enjoyed the heck out of that. And then my son built the Vanquish one. I've not built one of the Vanquish ones yet, although I kind of went through the manual with him before he started building it, gave him some pointers. He went and built it, brought it back, and then I went through it just to make sure everything got built good, which I didn't really have to do much to his build. But I do really enjoy building the crawlers than buying them out of the box. Like my base camps, bought them out of the box. My second Element right here, that one had it had the A-arm kit, which I can't remember what that's called, and I'll butcher it if I do it. But I pulled that off and actually made it into a regular front end with an axle. Because actually I have 3 of the Elements, but one of them's kind of my parts chassis. Well, Raymond, I can see that you're a veteran, 26 years, 100% disabled. Thank you for your service. I am a veteran also. I didn't do as much time as you. I got out at my 10-year point and went back to school to get my electrical engineering degree and go back to work. But I am 70% disabled through the VA. Hopefully life's treating you good, and enjoy your retirement. I was in the United States Navy. My son is in the Army, and he is stationed up in he was stationed up in Alaska. I think he's stationed in Anchorage, Alaska, and he is currently now deployed over in the Poland area for the next 9 months. But yeah, he's in the Army. He's and I, for the life of me, don't know his. I guess what his in the Navy it's rate, but his job number. But I do know that he is a small arms mechanic, and so he's attached to an armory. Oh, no problem, Gems. Had to switch from phone to computer. I was lagging. Yeah. Yeah, he's my only kid that joined the military. And I've been in the chat for Operation 11 Charlie, and along with Thompson's RC, if he's still in here, he's been in the chat with Operation 11 Charlie, but I've not been up on their panel. Maybe someday I'll get up there, but I've not actually got up on their panel. Looks like Keith's up in Nitro's panel right now. Yeah, see, I was in the Navy. You were was it that's a Holtec? Yeah, I was actually in the submarine force as a sonar technician. And I qualified in submarines, so I get to wear that little submarine pin, and enjoyed my entire time. I didn't go into the Army, although I did start the process to do what they call the blue to green transition. But my wife at the time got scared, and she thought I was going to go get shot at. And so I ended up staying in the Navy instead and got out at my 10-year point because I was getting ready to go back to another submarine, and we couldn't get where I was wanting to be stationed. Oh, CK Hobby Shop. Welcome in, CK Hobby Shop. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Share out the stream. Everything's going good. We've just been talking about some RCs, talking about what everybody in the chat, what they've been their favorite RC was, and when we talking about what was in some of them. Jim's Hobby was talking about his crawler he's got, the different types of crawlers that he's got. Oh. Looks like my internet broke up a little bit. Oh, someone just beat his brush speed 46 miles per hour. That's crazy. Is that the challenge that Poor Boy RCs is running? The TTO2? Yeah. Yeah, I haven't jumped into any of his challenges yet. Like I just got my first Tamiya. We got 2 weeks left on the Tamiya Semi Speed Challenge, and our neck and neck. Oh, so it's on like Donkey Kong for you too, huh? Going neck to neck. Gonna make a semi run tomorrow. Sweet. You're posting videos up on your channel, CK, on that? I will I will definitely be checking that out. Hey Gems, I just saw that you posted your OG build from earlier, your Blackfoot. I'll check that out after the live here. Let's give you some views on it. We'll share it out. Sweet. Oh, okay, I see Gems. I see your videos on the speed runs. I'll have to check that out. Both you and CK. That'll be cool. You guys are doing that one, and you guys are also doing the semi runs too. Yeah, I see your RC semi speed run go all wrong from 2 days ago. I'll have to watch that one. You got a lot of views on it though. You got like 504 views on it. That should be good for the channel right there. Hell yeah. I will definitely check those out. Thompson, how come you haven't jumped into any of these? You even had a Blackfoot, but I don't. You don't have one of the TTO2s, do you, Thompson? You're a Subaru. You had a Subaru Brat. You know, I learned how to drive stick shift on a Subaru Brat, and my dad had one as his little toy truck that we would drive around and go to the junkyard in it, and that's what he taught me how to drive stick shift in. Well, I guess we'll have to see what we'll have to see what his next speed run's going to be after these, after this one. Oh my gosh, you got an OG grasshopper? Oh my gosh. They brought all that stuff back now. Like you can buy them, but they're not the OG. They're not the original. Yeah, I really wanted one when I was a kid, and my dad never bought me one. He always bought me the Sears specials, and I kept asking for a I wanted a lunchbox like my buddies had. And now, it took me 35 years later, but I finally got one and built it. No thanks to Derek's from Derek's AZRC hounding me every week that I met him somewhere playing with the RCs. He'd break out one of his little his mini lunch boxes he has or his midnight pumpkins and run them, and then I'd play with them and say, "Oh man, I really want to get one." And then I ended up ordering one. My My dad worked at a hobby shop part-time mid-80s, so I have an OG Hilux 3. Oh my goodness. You got an OG Hilux? Jens, is that on your channel? Did you at least do a YouTube short of it? I would love to see that. Yeah, if you don't, you should get a pic. You should get a little video of that and post it up on the channel, and that'd be awesome. You don't really see those too much. Pre-bruiser, yeah, it's on there, and I had it at USTE this year. It's an older video. I'm going to do another video of it running soon for Tuesday. Hell yeah. Yes, CK. I'm in Arizona, in the suburbs of Phoenix, in the west side. I'm from Goodyear, Arizona. Not born and raised here, but I've been here since 2009 in Arizona. Uh, but yep, we have a huge bash community out here called the AZRC Bashers, which I do a lot of videos of all of their events. They do monthly events starting in October all the way through April. And one of the lucky YouTubers that gets to film all the events and post it up on the channel. So if you go through my channel, you'll see some of the bash events that we do. Red rocks for grass out there. Surprisingly, we do have some grass. I grow grass in my backyard. You just gotta water it. The but we do have a lot of red dirt. We have a lot of dirt. Originally, the year before, we were running at a park that was grassy, and then this last year, the main the main person that sponsors the event bought a piece of property in Maricopa, Arizona, and we spent the whole year down there camping for a weekend, for a bash weekend once a month. And so a lot of that is just dirt or weed dirt that we were doing, setting up our own ramps. So we did that. This year, it looks like we're going back to Sweetwater Park, which is the park that we did the bashing at the year before. And we're going to be starting off there. We'll see how things go this year. So if you're ever in Arizona around that time, around, we'll say the winter months is our bash season. So we gear up and start in October and run all the way till April. And then we leave the month of May off because it starts to get a little hot, but you can get up early in the morning and do bashing. And then through the summer out here, basically you got to get up before the sun comes up and get out to wherever you want. You can actually do some crawling because it'll get down to about between 90-93 degrees in the morning all the way up until about 6 a.m. and then it gets about 95 degrees, and at that point you don't want to really run your RCs in that temperature. You can, but you're going to put a little bit of extra wear and tear on your electronics when you do it that way. Who's your sponsor for the semi speed challenge? Who's your sponsor, CK? see here. Content, lives. He sent me bearings for the Sunday. Who's CK Hobby Shop? Who is he? That you said your sponsor is for the speed challenge? Oh, Fast Eddie's. Got it. Yep. Yeah, he's out. He's out of Yuma, Arizona. Yep. I've actually not made it down there to because I know that he's got a storefront down there. I've not made it down there to visit him yet, and I probably should, being that I am a YouTube channel. um, but I don't know. Maybe this winter, maybe I'll make a trip over there when it's not so hot outside and poke my nose in there and see if he'll allow me to do a tour of his facility. But yeah, no, Eddie is a good guy. Yeah, no, for sure. All right. Have you been into his hobby shop, CK? What neck of the woods are you at? Are you out you in California or where are you at? It's too green on where you film at. So oh, you're in Jersey. Oh, got it. He's the second second fastest TT two in Jersey. Are you saying because he's behind you, Jims? Is this a age before beauty type championship you guys are doing? Oh, Mitchell. Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig in and start watching some of the speed runs. I haven't it's been probably about 2 months since I've visited Poor Boys' channel. I should probably get back down to do it. I got so many subscribers that I subscribe to. It's hard to hit them all. I'm definitely going to have to get down there and watch some of the stuff he's posting. And I know he does links to everybody's videos when they post them. So I'll definitely have to get on it. Yeah. Well, all righty. I am going to go ahead and call it quits here, guys, and shut this down. It's dinner time here in Arizona, and I'm going to go have dinner with my family. And I appreciate everybody to stopping by. Thompson's RC, Alan, Hot Rod was in here for a while. CK Hobby Shop, Jim's RC. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Raymond E. Tanner, if you're still in here, I appreciate you stopping by also. You guys don't forget to like and subscribe. And hit that thumbs up on your guys' way out. No worries, Jim. We're going to start trying to do at least one live a week and squeeze it in between everybody's live. I know this live probably would have been a little bit better if I didn't do this live at the same time as Nitro Freak, but hopefully I can coordinate it a little bit better and pick a day that we can do this live when he's not going live, and we can get him in here and the chat will be rolling a lot better and all that stuff. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. Thank you again. Oh, there's Hot Rod. Thanks. All right. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stitch, SK Hobbies AZ. I'm out.